times I prevail. Sitting on my trail, I got God doing well. Had to tell myself, I ain't taking no more L. When it sees, 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 it's coming, I believe it, huh? Watch it leave me speechless, huh? It's my winning season, huh? Flexing on my demons, huh? Knew the Lord was scheming, wasn't down for no reason, huh? Man, I moved this whole season. Michael Jackson, Billie Jean, and I came from the bottom of the pot. When I saved, I was on the block. I got locked with bags in my sock. I got bagged by undercover cops. Up the street from the parking lot. On the way to the barber shop. I'm just grateful that I made it out. Ain't see myself off the paper route. Still got homies living in the trenches. I feel this women on the benches. We treat all like Thanksgiving. On the block, I made a great decision. There's somebody tell me I ain't winning. I got youngers changing how they feeling. Instead of telling them to stop sinning, to show a better way of living. They still the 12. Still bust shells. Still bust sale. Look at them numbers on the scale. Me, I'm ducking hell. Try all of what I feel. I say I turn a wheel. When I win my life on the scale. Went from ducking 12. Now I'm ducking hell. Many times I fail. Many times I prevail. Satan on my trail. I got God, I'm doing well. Had to tell myself, I ain't taking no more L. When it sees, when it
this shit you need. Just a little smooth groove for your ear hole shooter, man. What it do, Kim? Got to shout out Sweet Kim. Offload that G-Sweet Muffin. Let's go take our time.
Okay guys, before we hop into this video right here, y'all go over to the ABS YouTube page, hit that subscribe button, and turn the post notification bell so you know every time we upload a new video to our YouTube page. We thank y'all and we love the support. ABX out. Gifted, out, and driven.
Kind of impromptu.
Good afternoon, good evening, depending on when this finds you and we drop it. Welcome.
Happy New Year.
Yes, I was just about to say. And we're back. Just like hey, Happy New Year and welcome back to the excellence that is Abstrakt. ABX, Gifted, out, and driven. We are back, folks. So today we have with us the good brother Ali.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
I want to absolutely take a minute and say happy birthday to the prophet.
Mom.
Drew Ali.
Oh, Noble Drew Ali. Oh,
Yes,
yes, of course, of
Yes,
course.
sir.
Drew.
I didn't expect that, bro. You switch gears on me, right?
So, man, we decided today, man, we were going to just sit down and rap and get some knowledge with the good brother here and talk about things to come and what's going on in general.
Sure.
Of course, we got the gang in the building, Arcs Island behind the camera.
Yes, sir.
Dakota right beside him.
ABX Kids.
Yeah, ABX Kids in the building.
What it do, everybody?
Puzzle Queen.
Mm-hmm. So, man, first, 2020's over.
Yeah.
2021 is here, and already we've had some interesting things happen.
For sure. If you thought 2020 was a rocky road,
2021. Y'all better hold on to your seat.
better buckle up.
Get ready.
Yeah, for sure.
Talk to us, bro. Yes, talk to, because I know you got something to say. Well, first off, because I don't want to be just not saying, I wasn't just throwing him on the spot like that. I know how you feel about what I'm about to say. Obviously, at this point, we went down to the Capitol.
Oh, man.
You know, see, that's how I knew.
Oh, man.
It was, for me, it looked like a stage play.
Well, I don't even want to say it looked like a stage. So this how you got to check out. Pete, the guy that led the whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was dressed up just like the guy from The Simpsons.
Yeah, I swear.
The crazy janitor, the Irishman janitor,
Right.
With the bull hat with the horns.
He looked just like the guy of The Simpsons. Willie,
right. Shout out to Jaden over there in the corner. Birthday boy Monday, be 14.
Respect, Capricorn season.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Jacob over in the corner, the fellas over in the corner.
Oh yeah, ABX Kids in the building.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was completely berserk. Like,
Yeah, man.
And when you sent it to me, I was like, I didn't really know what the, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you say?
But hold on now.
Which guy y'all talking about that was dressed up? You talking about this?
The guy,
this guy right here?
who like led the charge.
Hold up.
He had the wool hat. It looked like
You talking about this dude right here? That guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you know who he is, right?
That's the guy that was the leader of
That's him.
What?
what?
That's him. It's all a stage play.
Wow.
Yeah, look at
Rudy Giuliani. See,
Yeah, I was about to say that. You see.
that's him.
So the picture we're referring to,
Oh yeah.
To show him the wool. Before he in, same person. Just another crisis actor.
Exactly.
Bunch of crisis actors out here.
so in other words, brother, what we normally do is just, we normally had a whole team, we'd go around the table, give opinion, you know, just rap how you feel about it in general. But what was your outtake on that? Since it's just the three of us, give us your knowledge on it in general. From what you
I mean, you know, brother, it's like
No.
oh, it's the same old scenario, man. Once you go over this all the time, they do stuff like this all the time. So once you know how they operate, you know, you already know, you can already formulate what's going on because they do it all the time. It's like repetitive, man. So, but a lot of people, man, when they do stuff, they just forget.
completely.
They forget completely and they go about their everyday life until the next thing happened.
The
And-
next trend.
And they
Hashtag.
forget again,
Yeah.
but some of us don't forget.
Yeah, some of
You know
us
what I
don't.
mean? And so when they keep doing this, you understand that everything they do is repetitive, man. Like soon as this happened, the COVID-19 happened in March. As soon as it happened, I knew. I said, man, this is about to reset.
That's the big one.
I mean, I
We-
mean, the first day, I said, this is about the global currency reset.
So if anybody, you know what I'm saying, we know if you're watching the show, you probably follow us and watch the show. So if y'all remember, what was it? Was that? Or that was right after the COVID crisis. We had a show basically where you talked about the reset.
I talked about the reset.
Yeah.
I talked about, you know, what the prophet saying back then. The prophet talked about this time. You know, the men will get so few. You talked about storing 3 months of food. Now everybody talking about storing 3 months of
Right.
food. If
Right.
you've been following the prophet, you already got your dried foods and all that. You know, just everything, man. Like we done ran it down from the gate. You know, people still thinking it's Corona. I was telling people February, this is a takeover.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a takeover, and if you ain't realized that, you know, if you ready to get this shot, they already saying the shot does not stop you from catching it.
So what are you
So
getting
what's
the
the
shot
point? And then not only that, they got 3 different mutations already. Your shots are gonna be worthless. They're gonna keep locking down and running this on you over and over and over again. The stress is you know, killing the children, like some suicide.
Yeah.
You know, depression.
Yep.
It's a lot of damage. It's not. They can't be undone. That's happening right now, and those who can't keep positivity and high, you know, vibration and peace of mind,
Right.
y'all getting washed up.
So
getting washed up.
not to cut you off, but that I want to plug on that because
That's the master key.
I'm gonna have a sit down with you guys a little later by myself because I got some things to get off my chest about positive energy and personal family relationships. That's another time though. But positive energy is currency. Energy is currency. Right
It's
now.
current.
Because you.
Yo, it's the
craziness
greatest
will drive
currency
you-
right
yes.
now.
Right.
It's the greatest currency
And so
right
many
now.
people don't appreciate it.
It's not even about appreciating it. You gotta understand these people are trying to bring you the finest quality despair that they can muster up.
Right.
the best thing you could do is laugh it down. You know what I mean? Take on a challenge with a smile. You know what I mean? I don't think, you know, any bad's gonna happen. I don't feel that way. I know the creator's in my corner. I know that, you know what I mean? Like, the universal God Allah has.
The people you surround yourself with
Yeah.
at this point. And who the people the universe is surrounded you with.
Yeah, you know, don't let these people control your manifestation. That's all they're trying to do. These are a very, very small group of people, you know, billionaire oligarchs, less than a 1% trying to rule over billions of people. And the only way they can do that is if they can grab hold of your mind.
Right.
Grab hold of your manifestation, which you're creating with your minds.
Yep.
If you see in despair and you thinking only despair, you can't go outside and all this and all that, that's what you're going to create into this world. And if they got us as a mass populace doing that, that's how we lose. We need more people who are not afraid and you know, courageous, you know what I mean, and can keep their positivity, like real upright, upstanding men. You know what I mean? We know how to be positive in the face of danger.
And,
Right.
And that's the clutch. It's really looking at everything in general. Like, the circumstances are going to be what they are. We can't control those.
That's
We
a
can't
fact.
control how we react. We can control what we do next. We control planning, being proactive versus reactive. So at this point in time, the whole bickering and foolishness, we got to wipe that away, because that's the whole plan. Like, that's the whole plan.
Yeah.
And you know what? I love this. See, I love it because, see, I'm the elder here. And
we need to let you talk about yourself.
This how we get.
But you know, you got the young brothers, man, that's thinking like this, and it's a shame that you have 30, 40, 50, 60, 70-year-old men and women who cannot think like y'all thinking.
Yeah.
It's shame. It's a shame.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
You know, really, honestly, man, it's really bad. And knowledge, man, is the key. Knowledge, man, makes you powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And knowledge, man, when you get that knowledge, man, it makes you move in a different direction. So when you don't attain knowledge, you just want to stay in the same place. And you can stay in the same place, man, for 30 years and not move.
You sure can.
So you just wasting your time,
You just
man.
existing, literally.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Wasting away.
you're really dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, walking.
but like I was saying, that we were talking about the Great Reset from day one, and now they're mailing out stuff now in the news, and they talking about it on the news. The Great Reset. For now, they ain't got nothing to hide.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't got nothing to hide no more. So while we was talking about the Great Reset, everybody was calling us conspiracy theorists.
Conspiracy theories.
Right?
No, I don't like that word.
Something that was coined by the CIA.
By the CIA to quell dissidents.
Right.
Anybody having good information to contrary of what they saying,
That's right.
they put out, yo, we gonna say that is conspiracy theory.
Basic misdirection.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, man.
To confuse you.
Mm-hmm.
To confuse you. But you know what I mean? You know, people that are stuck in the TV, people that are stuck in the shows, the Housewives, the Atlanta Housewives, and all the other Housewives, the reality shows, man, sports, I mean, games, just video games, man. Look here, man.
Anything.
You have 40 and 50-year-old playing video games, man, and they don't mind calling up their neighbor or somebody down the street, or and they sign up or whatever, and they on there playing video games with each other, man. Hey, look, man, that's bad. That's bad. And then now you can see why we're in the condition we're in, because you guys are supposed to be teaching the young people.
That's right.
Fact, though.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
You're supposed to be teaching the young people. So today, when you see, I see like a lot of, you know the young people, they wear the baggy pants and all that, right? But I be seeing old Negroes trying to look like the young people.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of example are you?
Wearing the skinny jeans.
Yeah, right? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, so everything is turned around.
I would ask you though, when you say that, I would ask you this question.
Yeah.
Because when we talking about the old heads, so if they have no knowledge, how can they teach you knowledge?
Ain't Ain't nothing they can do.
Yeah, that's just what. So where do we? That's that's my question.
You know, and
Well,
that's
I'm gonna say this. You know, you gotta want it first.
Absolutely agree. Yes.
You know, like I think a lot of older brothers do not understand that they are lacking. You know what I mean? It's a lot of older brothers out here. Oh, they got 2 degrees. You know, they don't work the job however long. To them, they done it. But then I could say, hey, I got this 17-year-old YouTuber here. He's a millionaire. I got you here. You have 3 degrees. You made $100,000 a year for 30 years, and you're not yet a millionaire.
right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So some of this stuff just needs to be recalibrated. It's not that, you know, your calculations is slightly off, and you need to recalibrate your whole structure, your whole system.
But
You
that
know,
thing
your
goes
approach.
back to why we need each other though, because everybody's not gonna get it. So if you got something that I don't have, maybe I need to be able to lean on you. But that comes back to what you said about wanting it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just.
You gotta want it. You gotta seek it out. We gotta get out of this mentality where everything is cookie cutter. You know what I mean? And I tell people all the time, it's not about not doing something, because there's a lot of brothers be like, "I don't go to school. That's stupid," or this or that or whatever. You gotta make everything work for you.
Right.
You know, that's the master key.
Right.
Don't take a loss to do this stuff. You know, like I had one of my homies from around the way, young guy, wanted to go to Virginia State. I showed him how to get grant money, how to pay himself to go to school. You see what I'm saying? It took me 3 years to figure out how to do this. I had this girl I was trying to talk to. By the time we was juniors in college, she was driving a red BMW. She did work study and went to financial aid. Was doing work study and financial aid every year, and she would sit in financial aid and write and fill out grants and scholarships, grants and scholarships, grants and scholarships. And I never understood. Before we graduated, she had a house and she had a car. We was juniors.
That's tough. Yeah.
And what she was doing was she was getting up so much grant money every semester. They was cutting her $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 checks at the end of the semester. And she was, every moment
Banging.
she got, she was just filling out these applications.
Right.
She only had like one job whole time we was in college. And she showed me like, we really out here stupid.
Hustling backwards.
Yeah, we out here about to take a loan, pay this stuff back, and she just hustled the whole thing. So it's as my grandmother used to say, it's many ways to skin a cat.
Right.
You know, what doesn't work for me may work for you, but understand that going through that process is an indoctrination. And a lot of people don't understand that going through years and years and years and years of learning, education, if you go to etymology dictionary, like the elder brother would tell you, it's entrainment for animals. It's not erudition. It's not designed to make us erudite scholars. You know, and it actually cripples you because it weakens your desire to learn. When you go through public school, K through 12, when you come out of there, you don't want to learn anymore.
Henceforth, why a lot of kids don't like going to school.
Yeah.
Right, yes.
So when a brother like, hey, you know, we're really Moors. There's no such thing as black people. Hey, let me put you on this Edamon. You can't get into that because you don't want to learn.
Or as I've been told personally, it's a cult. It's a cult. That's cult stuff. Or you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy because you don't want to actually open yourself up to the knowledge. Like
I mean,
man.
In your
it's
mind,
it's cultivating.
in your mind has been trained a certain way to
Absolutely.
look at things a certain way, like just a regular old dictionary. You know, our minds have been trained. If you tell somebody go look up a word, your mind has been trained to hurry up because everything is hurry.
Yeah.
So your thing is to look at the first thing that it says, but that's not in the regular dictionary. That's not the main
The true meaning.
True meaning of the last one.
The last one
is the true meaning of it. So even we don't even know how to grown men and women don't know how to really read a dictionary. Because if I tell you to go look up a color, or let's just say black, if I tell you to go look up black, and I ask you, what's the first thing that it say? you're gonna start reading everything. Like, for a matter of fact, let me see. Let me show you something.
Pull it up.
For instance, yeah.
You had that you have the etymology.
Oh,
No,
I can put it up.
No, you know what?
Etymon online, real quick.
No, I wanted to show show
Okay.
everybody the book, the etymology, actually a dictionary. Yeah.
Did I bring mine? No, I didn't even bring mine. But
And we're gonna double back in a minute and let Brother Ali tell y'all a little about who he is and what he does. We kind of just went right to it.
Yeah, as we do.
Yeah, as we take it.
We get right to the gusto. So, black, part of speech.
okay, hold up.
Go ahead.
Okay. Let's read the first thing and say what it says about black.
Okay. Old English, black, absolutely dark, absorbing all light. The
Okay.
color. Oh, okay.
So read the first thing what it say.
Old English.
The first thing.
Old.
Nope. See, and I put him on the spot because the first thing it says, ADJ.
Oh, you know what? You're
It's
right.
adjective.
Because we're
Right.
just jumping right
You know
on
what I mean?
through. You're right.
But that's how-
'Cause
that's
the
That's
line-
why he stopped me.
Yes.
He
Right.
said, don't tell you. I said the first part is part of speech. He said,
Because I'm thinking when he said read, I'm looking to go read the
Right,
sentence.
right,
You're
yeah.
Yeah.
So when we look at this, okay, so if our minds were really thinking,
That's dope.
then we can be like, okay, so this black is an ADJ, it's an
It's
adjective.
an adjective, right?
So we wouldn't even be calling us if we knew, because
Wait,
when we talk about a person, place, a thing,
it's a proper
That's a
noun.
problem.
right?
That's
so
right.
automatically we say, well, you can't be a noun and an adjective at the same
Exactly.
time.
It's impossible.
Absolutely. You can't even
So,
be an
From a
adjective.
grammatical
You're a
yeah.
describer?
And actually that's so simple, right? Where you all the connotation of
But you know,
argument,
but
that's-
you know
Third
what?
grade English, as Taj was
Yeah.
saying.
They're great, but check it out. We can go get a person
Who's
who
a scholar.
has a master degree,
Supposed to be a scholar.
PhD. Supposed, yeah, and
He
we
gonna
can tell
tell you
him he gonna
tell
be
you
looking
you
at you like, what? You say read the first thing. I'm reading. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm reading. It says Old English.
Uh-huh.
No, read the first thing it say, and he gonna be puzzled. He gonna be puzzled, man. So I'm just saying that education that you have is only so that system that you work for, you need that to work for that system.
Let's do it. Education.
That's it, man. That's it.
Education, etymology. Part of speech, noun. Child rearing. Right after that, also the training of animals. Right there in the dictionary.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And what was that says? What is that?
That's the etymon online.
On for what word?
Education.
Okay.
The training of animals. We need to know what the words mean.
Yeah, etymology is deep. Matter of fact, why don't you pull up why don't you pull up nice for me? And I just want to tell all the audience out there,
Yeah.
most of the audience, man, that you are not nice people.
You're kind.
Yeah, you kind, but you're not nice people.
Yeah, that one got me the very first time I met Brother here. Like, this is Brother Ali said, you're not a nice guy.
Y'all ready for nice? So nice. Part of
Why
speech.
don't you put it in?
Put it in the camera?
Yeah, let them see it. So they
Let them see it, nephew. Let them see it.
Nice. What's the little brother at the computer right there, sitting down?
Jacob,
Hey, Jake. Come here for a minute, man.
you picked the right one too. That's the wordsmith.
Let me ask you this: Are you a nice person, man? Read that.
JD, you want to know what it says? Because you look it over there like,
Are you nice?
you're not. You come read it. Come here.
Now, if we was playing Connect Four,
You're not a nice person, right?
are you
Exactly.
nice when you play Connect
So-
But in
Four?
school,
To read it out
They teach
loud. Nice, foolish, ignorant, frivolous, senseless. From Old French, nice, careless, clumsy, weak, poor, needy, simple, stupid, silly, foolish. From the Latin, I'm not sure that word is, but ignorant, unaware, literally not knowing.
right?
Yeah. Foolhardy, probably. Mm-hmm.
Agreeable, delightful, and kind.
Yeah.
That's what's saying.
Someone who is gullible, someone who is so kind, they're foolhardy, they're foolish.
Yeah.
They can be taken advantage of. That is a nice person.
Yeah. So the thing is, all through the school system, we've been taught like connotative meaning of words. There you go. Okay. Connotative meaning means fabricated. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're not. It's not the true meaning
Yep.
of words.
Substitute in place of.
Right. So we need to learn the denotative meaning because that's the real meaning. And you can see clearly, like back in the day, how they wanted us to go to separate schools because they wanted to teach certain people the etymology of words, and they wanted to teach us. They wanted to teach us the connotative meaning of words, the distorted meaning of words. And so in the school system, whether it be elementary, junior high, high school, college, they're teaching you connotative meaning of words. You know, so
That's a fact.
yeah,
Which keeps us hazy
Yeah.
and lost.
yeah.
And I want to say this for all y'all out there that think school and education ain't cool, understand that most of these Ivy League institutions started off as Moorish Indian charity schools. They were originally schools for the people who were indigenous to this land. And they went on to become Ivy League schools. Most of your Ivy League institutions were schools for black people. Most people don't know that. And they go to these institutions because they're houses of your knowledge.
Right. And now you have these historical black colleges that a lot of Zionist Jews have taken over and set them up as like a financial endowments.
Yup.
Okay, so you have a school like Morehouse. Okay, Morehouse down in Atlanta.
Yep.
All right, so when you look up Morehouse and look up who Morehouse is, Morehouse is Rockefeller's business partner and pastor.
Yep.
That's who Morehouse is.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the school Spelman.
Spellman. Yeah.
Spelman is right. They're supposed to be the sister school too.
Yep.
So Spelman is Rockefeller's wife's maiden name. Okay. So they set those
Named after a white
schools
woman.
up.
A lot of people don't know that.
After-
Howard University,
Yeah.
named after a white man, General Howard, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So you know what I mean? They put the label on these schools, historical black college, man. So you can be attracted to it. And you'll come spend that money.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That is
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they set all these schools up as financial endowments, so they're making big
They're
money,
getting money.
and you stay broke.
Yep, and not only that, they getting paid so that them people can control your education. What they're allowed to teach, the curriculum and all that set by the programs that the school is in. If the school wants to get certain funding from the state, they can't tell you more history. That's not part of the curriculum.
Right.
They lose their funding.
Well, you remember down Howard University, maybe it was about 4 or 5 years ago, it was during Black History Month. And remember they fired. Remember they fired all the teachers?
Yeah.
Because the teachers was trying to teach the children a different type of Black history. Remember?
Okay.
And they
okay.
fired
I remember. I know what you're talking
They
about.
fired them.
remember that.
They fired the teachers, man. It was like a junior high school on
It was I can't remember school, but I know what you're talking about
Yeah,
because they basically was protesting that all the history in the books were basically all, which is true.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all whitewashed.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely
they wanted to
whitewashed.
update the. Even with the Black History Month stuff, it's like all the Black History stuff, all was like Martin Luther King and all the stuff everybody knows the same stuff, and now it's outdated. All of it's outdated. It was all outdated then to some extent, but it's definitely outdated now. It hasn't been updated at all. So they was trying to update it with,
Side note, Ascension Segway coming to you soon. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all missed that Blackamore history. That thing coming back around once again.
It is in Ox Island.
Hidden Blackamore history.
Ooh, Ox Island.
Yes, sir.
New episode of-
So then, at the same time, like, man, they make us afraid of our own culture, man. They
Big
make you
facts.
afraid because the Moors, we the cat people.
Yep.
We the cat people. You know what I mean? So they make you afraid of the black cat.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to Egypt, and what is her name? Bastet,
Bastet, yeah.
right? She's
Yeah.
a black cat,
Yep.
the goddess.
That's the main goddess in Wakanda,
Yeah.
Black Panther.
Right.
But I'm saying they make you afraid of your own culture.
Your own culture, your own deity, your own archetypes.
I think, but that's how
Everything.
that's the amusement they find in it, because they laugh at us because we're afraid of our own power. It's that thing
Then
of
they use our power.
yeah.
Yep,
I
and they
was
use
just
it.
literally having this conversation because people take this. But before I get into all that, tell them about who you are and what you do. Man. Because we've been doing this forever. I know.
Hey, look, brother, I'm Brother Ali. Hey, look, I'm from the DC area.
Uptown, right?
I'm cut, yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know,
Let them know.
I'm cut from the same cloth as these young brothers. Like I hear a lot of, I don't really say too much, but I hear a lot of brothers. They talk about, man, I did this and I did that, and I don't say nothing because that's all our story.
Yeah.
Facts.
So that's what I mean, that we cut from the same cloth. But things that I did, I don't feel real good about. So what I do today is I try to wake up my people, put all the negative energy that I was doing back in the day, and I use that negative energy for positive energy today to try to wake my people up. And that's what I do.
Tell them about your
You know what I
classes.
mean?
Nah, that's what you do, brother.
That's
You
what I
don't
do.
try.
Yeah, he,
Well,
he
I
ain't
do.
saying try.
I'm
That's why I said tell him about your classes. This
I'm
man,
a product of the Moorish class.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
teach classes. What is it? Every Tuesday.
Every
Every
other
other
Tuesday,
Tuesday, right.
You know what I mean? So and I've been doing that for like the last 10 years.
Yeah,
You know
sure.
what I mean? And before then,
And you can't take that lightly because that man can't get the time back, man. But go ahead.
nah, but it's cool though, because like I said, man, it's all for the creator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Islam.
that's in a nutshell, man. I mean, I'll go into another time in depth, man, who I really am. But you know what I mean? I don't want to.
Behind the curtain.
I'm in the middle of writing a book right now. You know what I mean? And the book was going to be, an autobiography of my life. You know what I mean? And then this COVID stuff came into play. So now, basically, that's all I've been writing about is this COVID and where we're going. Totally took me off of what I really wanted to write about. You know what I mean? Because, this is real deep. I think our people, we need to know how to think. I was taught a long time ago that whenever anybody's dealing in politics or come up on the mainstream media news and throw some politics out there, like, young brother, all you got to do is turn it around, and then you have the truth. That's it. You might not know what exactly it is, but you know it ain't that what they talking about. You know what I mean? Just like, for example, man, it's common sense about what's going on out here. Wearing the mask, they're trying to kill you, and now all of the elders that's in hospitals and all this, you really don't need to wear the mask because all of them are coming down with pneumonia right now. All of them. They developing what they call it a wet lung.
Yep.
That's from wearing the mask.
Wearing the mask.
You're not getting proper oxygen in.
Yeah. Scientifically, though, that was right from the break. That was very clear.
Yeah.
Like,
And so then they want to talk about, doctors ain't wearing it. Like, they only wear it when they
at work.
what's the first
Yeah.
thing, if you've ever seen any TV show, even when you're in a hospital, you watch them walk out the doors, what's the first thing they rip off?
That man.
Yep.
Just think about it. Like I said, it's not complicated. You just think about it.
And they rip it off.
The mask out.
They rip it off, man. But you know, hey, look, they had a brother, and it was a carbon dioxide. I don't know if y'all seen this. It was like a machine he had, and the regular carbon dioxide reader, it reads normal like 1,000. Man, he put that thing up under the mask, and
It was going
reading
crazy.
4,000.
You talking about the guy with his son? He had a news network or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sent that to me.
Yeah, we looked at that.
Yeah.
I'm about to find that.
So
again.
the scale read 4,000.
Yeah, it was high. It
So-
was like 4 or 5 times higher than it
Yeah.
was supposed to be.
You know what I mean? And so when we tell people this, man, y'all look at us like we crazy because we don't respect one another.
Mm-hmm.
You've been trained to respect this. Can't say it like that, but this hybrid European.
Yeah.
You've been trained to respect everything that he say is gold.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the people with the long white coats, you
Yep.
know what I mean? They can, man, look here, man. We've been trained to, you know, believe in them. But anytime we come and tell you guys something,
You crazy.
you look at us like,
stupid, or
man,
you think you this. Or
you's a nigga like
yeah,
me.
Like, right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad. I mean,
It's
that's
very
that's
sad.
how it is. We
It's very
don't
sad.
respect one another, and everything is common sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like really common sense, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we got a long way to go, but we better work pretty fast, man, because I'm not trying to live and be like a slave. They got a movie out. It's called Songbird. Did you see it?
I heard about it. Yeah.
I think that's Demi Moore
Mm.
that plays in this, man. But I mean, and it's focusing on LA, that area. Right now, LA is the big thing in this COVID, man. They've been on lockdown for what, like a month?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're basing everything on that.
Mhm.
But you need to look at that, because if you're not trying to live like that, they got concentration camps set up, you know what I mean, where people are actually living every day. And the only people that's living in houses is the rich. And, you know, they cut the middle class out. So it's the rich and the poor. And if you're poor, you living in concentration camps. And
Yep.
you don't want to, man, look here, man. You don't want to live like that. So if you don't want to live like that, why don't you stand up now and do something about it? Look, why haven't in 40, 50 years you still voting? You still believe in the voting process.
Mm-hmm.
You have the 1965 Voters' Right Act,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
Okay.
Where
talk about it.
Here we go.
the every 25 years, this de facto government, they have to contract us to be able to vote.
Yep.
So they have to vote on us being able to vote every 25 years.
Yep. Because of the 14th Amendment.
Right. And then I hear some people say, well, that's why we got to keep voting. Man, what? What is wrong with your mind?
And not only that, brother, we as black people, not more, as black people, we're only 3/5 people. It takes 2 people to equal 1 vote, and that's if they want to count it, because they can reject your vote on the strength that being a Negro is a crime. Christian black codes, a lot of people don't know that.
And 3/5 compromise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Being a Negro is a crime.
Yeah.
Was that William Dungy case?
Yeah, William Dungy.
Yep.
Yeah. But you know, it's like we got so much work to do, man, and we have and you know what? I'm you know, I hate focusing on myself, but all of my children, all of them think like me.
Respect, bro.
All of them think like me, and some of them, You know what I mean? Some of them really wasn't raised with me. You know what I mean? But we are so tight, and they respect what I do, and it's common sense. All of them think like me, and I'm so proud of that, man. I love it.
And see, I gotta say this because I'm kind of going through some stuff in the moment with this. Like,
Yeah.
the sad part about that is in our community and in our homes and relationships and these situations, like my kids too. But
Right.
what will happen is you'll get into these situations and you're told that even though the mothers do it to the children, and that's why I said that guilt thing, you throw it on mothers do it all the time,
Right,
you're brainwashing the kids and in their
right.
ear. Oh, whoa, they start to see your kids talk and walk and believe and think like you. That's because you're in the kids' ear. Instead of I'm being a man the way I'm supposed to and leading by example, and they see that the way the Creator is God, Allah, whatever you want to, you know what I'm saying, the way it was designed to go.
Right.
So I don't understand them where the problem comes in, but here we go, we hate ourselves so much.
Yeah.
Even just the slightest progress becomes a problem.
Man.
Like
It's really sad. I mean, just how just like all of us. I mean, all the brothers can relate to each other, man. The stuff that we go through when it comes to our children.
facts.
But this Moore's paradigm really saved me when I was dealing with child support case. Saved me because the sheriffs, the judges. Matter of fact, next time I'm gonna bring my paperwork. How I wrote to these judges and told them, man, look here, man, them are my children. You know what I mean? And when they try to tell you, we give the mother custody, and you have visitation right? Look here, man.
That's why I deal with my children.
Right.
Yes, they can speak up for themselves at some point, you feel me?
But it's called damn, I can't think of it. But it's when we have a blood. It's Latin. We have a blood tie.
Yeah, consanguinis.
What is it?
Consanguinis.
Consanguineous?
Get consanguinis.
Consanguineous.
Yeah, consanguine ties, blood ties.
Like consanguine. Right. Right. I still can't say it, but I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, I still can't say it.
It's another word too that I was trying to, you know what I mean. But we have blood ties to our children.
That's right.
And they don't have so. Really, it's real deep because they get us on this straw man stuff. Birth certificate. When you do the birth certificate, man, they own your children, man. So we got to come off of that, man, and we have to nationalize, man. That's what we have to do.
Absolutely.
When you nationalize certain things, man, they just don't have rights over you, and you got to be able to stand on it.
Right. Now, I'm gonna bring it home for some of y'all that don't understand what a straw man is. Do y'all remember the Wizard of Oz, or do y'all remember the Wiz? Remember in the Wiz, Michael Jackson played the straw man. Remember the straw man? He was in search of what? Brains. He had no brains. He had no intelligence.
That's right. That's right.
He was easily duped. He was fooled. He was
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was smooth, bro.
So yeah, you don't want to live in your straw man. You want to be in propria persona, in your proper person.
Right. And like I say, this thing is really so deep because, like, back in the day, that was the way that the rich, they hid their money in The Wizard of Oz, the movie. That's how they hid all their so-called money. You know what I mean? Because the money, and then if you look in the beginning, they had, I don't know if you ever seen Peep that, they got Osiris in the beginning of the movie.
Yep.
Right? You know what I mean?
That's crazy. I didn't.
Yep, they got Osiris, Isis.
At the beginning of The Wizard of Oz?
Yeah.
They all posing.
Yeah.
But it's like dreaming off or something.
Using Egyptian artifacts. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna go back and look.
Oh man, they slide a whole bunch of stuff right by
like and a lot of stuff, man. Like, okay, when you talking about the yellow brick road, This is how the yellow brick road is to go.
The gold, yeah.
The yellow brick road is to go. Bricks, gold.
Mhm.
That's the money.
Yeah, it was all the whole Wizard of Oz was about finance.
Yeah, finance. So her slippers were in the book were ruby,
Yeah.
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they dealt with other stuff,
Yeah, they went to Emerald City.
Mm-hmm.
black and white.
When you saying it now, it makes sense because even when that's sort of,
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Even okay. The Wizard of Oz. OZ. What is that?
Ounce.
It's ounce.
Right.
Yeah.
This how they did this stuff. Okay.
It's all about
Even
finance.
the drugs. Okay. Even black. Okay. The beginning of the movie was in black and white. That
Mhm.
means de jour.
Yep.
That's de jour. That's real law. And then it turned into color.
Color. Make believe.
Color is a fiction.
Yeah.
Make believe.
There you
That's
go.
why. That's another reason why they called us color people.
Mm-hmm.
You should never call yourself color because color mean that it's a fictitious, something that's not real.
It's not real.
And that's how they look at us.
Now let me break that down scientifically. Jake, where you at, Jake? Color is not a phenomenon that exists in this world. A lot of people find that hard to believe.
Lights
But
and shades.
you're experiencing light and you're experiencing a light spectrum when you see what you think is color.
Right.
So color is a semblance of something, but it itself is not real. So when you say that you're color, you're saying that you're artificial.
Right.
Because the real phenomenon is not color. I don't know if that makes sense out there, but yeah.
I mean, you know, you're a
It's-
professor, brother, so you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to like.
So when light shines and something matches the frequency of that light, it appears to us as color. So we're seeing the frequency that is brown, but it's not colored brown. It's light
Right.
showing us that frequency.
Basically, like shading off the rule of being.
Yeah. So color is not a phenomenon that we experience in this life. We don't experience color. It's something that's not real. You're experiencing light in different
Shine your
frequencies
light.
that appears to you as green, blue, whatever.
Right.
So color does not exist in this reality. So it's a word that's used when you want to describe something that appears to be real but is not real. So colored person does not mean that you have hue. We are brown, bronzing because we have hue, not because we're colored like a crayon.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. So
And just look at the just look at that 1828 Webster's dictionary
mm-hmm.
and what he's talking about, and look up what an American is. You got a penny? Anybody got a penny?
No.
A penny? You know, they're taking all the coins away from us.
Yep.
I got some up there.
They are.
Okay.
Color.
Now check this out. A penny. You want to go to the 1828
Okay. we can do
Webster's
that.
dictionary? Bam. Watch this.
Anyway.
1828 Webster's. Let's see.
See how close my skin is to the shade of it.
It is too. When you put it on, this skin, it'll be the same.
Seriously?
Hey, I mean, we all got that complexion.
Mm-hmm. We are the copper colored people of the
Yeah,
world.
we the copper color people.
So when you, like you said, you're just saying like that. It's absolutely fact in terms of like.
Mm-hmm. You can go from the lightest to the lightest to the darkest to the darkest, and you still gonna be that copper shade.
They say 18.
And they also call us olive skinned people.
Right.
Sure enough.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you get somebody really dark, they still hit the copper. You get somebody really light, they still hit copper. Yes, sir. And colored. Remember, the first definition is not the right one. Skin color, complexion. That's what we think color is.
Right.
Color, complexion, appearance. Color of skin. color in general, hue, appearance, right?
Right.
Then it goes into kolos, a covering, to hide, to conceal. Huh? To cover, to conceal, to save, right? Words for color, hue, but then from Sanskrit, valnar, covering, which is related to irnati, covers, and also see chroma. Color was English spelling, Anglo correction made the color, meaning, alright, from 1300s, a distinctive mark or identification. Y'all heard what I said?
Mm-hmm.
A distinctive mark or identification, a badge or insignia.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah. Originally in reference to coat of arms.
And this is for
Hence,
color.
figurative sense as in to show one's true colors, or reveal one's opinions or intentions. This is colors.
Right.
Because it's all about concealing. It's color deals with things that appear to be but are not. It appears that this man is over here, but he could be an android, he could be a clone. He's colored. He's not a real human being, he's a colored person. Hmm? That might be somebody just messing with you.
Mm. But yeah, overall, the base point of it, if you're not getting it, is that if we take the time to seek it out, it's right there.
Right.
You can,
Yeah.
everything you need is there. But they already figuring.
Right. And
You're
then
not going anywhere.
the main thing that they have over us is the power over our words and spelling. You know, words are powerful and are magical. Spelling and words lead into your conceptuality.
Right.
If you don't have a word for something, you can't think about it. You can't contemplate it. It does not exist to you. So they controlling our realm of reality, our ability to interface with this world by controlling our words.
Language, yeah, words,
Right.
language,
Controlling the content and the conceptuality that we have in our minds. And that's why they keep us also limited to the English language. A lot of other languages, like if we went back for our ancient languages, it would automatically write your mind.
Yeah, it'll allude,
Like
yeah.
if you had young black boys learning Latin first,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they couldn't be fooled. You would call them, you know, they would call them a nigga, they wouldn't be offended. They'd be like, oh, you're saying monkey. But I'm not a monkey, you're the monkey.
Right.
You came from apes. They wouldn't
So-
even be offended. You know, so
Right there, read what that say about an American.
Top, bottom.
It don't matter. You know, you can go there. It don't matter.
1828 definition of American. 1828 Noah Webster's Dictionary American. A Native American originally applied to the Aboriginals of the copper-colored races.
mm-hmm.
Found here by Europeans, but now applied to the descendants of Europeans born in America.
Okay, so he originally applied to us.
Yep.
And when Europeans came, with Noah Webster is saying that when hybrid Europeans came here,
Mm-hmm.
they found us here.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They found us here. So,
Mm-hmm.
so look what they've done. We're the original Americans.
Yep.
So now we're not the original Americans. They are.
Hmm.
And then they call us African American.
Yep.
And they call anybody else whatever,
Yeah.
wherever they from,
American.
an American. But they are the true Americans. Can you see the trick?
Yes.
Mm.
What they did? So you are the American. And one more thing, because just like Stan was talking about the spelling, they got a spell on us with the spelling. So here they say they try to make everybody think that the United States and America is one and the same thing, and they're not.
Nope.
Total difference, but they always say we the American
But
people.
yeah, because we did talk about that part though. Yeah,
Yeah.
the corporation versus
Yeah, exactly. We the American people this, and that's all you hear. I mean, like all on the news, even the revolutionary hybrid Europeans, they want to talk about, our America is going down. This is not your America, and we ain't got nothing against you at all. But the truth is true. We got to deal with the truth of things. We are the true Americans. We are the copper color race, and the copper color. Where that penny go? Right? The copper color race. Go put this on the camera, man. That's a copper penny. That's the copper color race right there, brother. Us.
Copper.
That's us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Jade, let me see copper. Show me copper, Jade.
Put it on your hand.
That's the copper color race.
Mm-hmm.
And they are telling you this. It's no secret. All this information is out there. The only thing is, man, we don't read.
That's right.
We don't read, and we out here acting like fools and all this stuff, man. And so when we say something, it don't even matter.
Right.
Right.
It don't even matter, man.
It
like
resonates nowhere.
nowhere.
It don't hit. Yep.
You know what I mean? So, but they say Americans so much. So the American people is going through this. The American people is going through that. But when you're talking about the American people, are you talking about the people in Venezuela?
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about the people in Costa Rica?
Right.
Are you talking about the people in Jamaica or Haiti?
Yep.
Or the Dominican?
Yep.
Are you talking about any of these people?
All
Because
of them
they're Americans.
Yep.
But the United States, man, is not. It's a part, man. Matter of fact, go to right here.
I'm gonna throw this out there. For y'all to think United States is synonymous with America, the word "of" we think means from, but it actually means away from.
Right.
United States away from America.
Right.
Not from America. Of means separate, away from America, not synonymous.
Right.
We don't know what the words. I'm telling y'all, we don't know what these words mean.
I'm gonna let my man Jermaine. That's called the OAS. The OAS stands for the Organization of American States.
Yes, sir.
Read some of the American states on there, brother.
What? I'm sorry, it's the first time I seen this. Antigua and Barbuda,
Yep.
Argentina, Barbados, Belize, Bolivia, Brazil, Canada, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Cuba, Dominica,
Dominica.
Commonwealth.
I told you about Dominica.
Yes, Dominican Republic.
Yep.
Those are two separate things. Make sure you
Yes,
understand
sir.
that.
Yes, sir.
Ecuador, El Salvador, Grenada, Guatemala, Guyana, Haiti, Honduras, Jamaica, Mexico, Nicaragua, Panama, Paraguay,
Still going.
Peru,
All of that's
St. Kitts
America.
and Nevis,
That's right.
St. Lucia, St. Vincent,
Yep.
the Bahamas, Commonwealth, Trinidad and Tobago, United States of America, Uruguay, and Venezuela. Wow.
So
Venezuela.
So when these hybrid Europeans over here want to talk about they're doing this to America and we the American people is going through this, are they talking about them? No. So they're not Americans. You conquered us. You're colonists.
Colonized.
We've been colonized.
Yeah,
But you're colonists.
Yeah.
Really, honestly.
crazy
You colonized us right to today. It ain't changed. You can't be mad. It happened. This is what you did.
Yep.
You never your answers, and you've been living pretty good off what your ancestors have done. That's why you've been living like this. You know what I mean? But now, and we've been complaining. Of course, we've been complaining because we don't like being in this situation. We don't like living like this. But now, things have flipped.
Mm-hmm.
And now all the stuff that we've been complaining about, now here it is, you find yourself complaining because you're getting a treat in a certain way and you don't like it. But we've been telling you this, so now everything is flipped back on you.
Mm-hmm.
Really. And we, like I say, I love everybody.
Right.
Only for those, but I don't love nobody who don't love me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And anybody who look at me a certain way, you know, and want to be like the N-word or whatever, man, you better stay away from me. I'm telling you, you better stay away from me. But I love everybody.
That's real though. Yeah, that's real.
I love all nationalities because I'm not going to go transition out of here, not die because we can't die. But I'm not going to transition out of here, man, hating because it's a test for me.
Mm-hmm.
These are lessons for me to learn. I come down here to learn lessons.
But I always say we live in the experience, man.
Yeah.
The quicker we get to understand that it's an experience
Right.
and not permanent,
Yeah.
the better off we
Yeah,
are.
I come down here. We all come down here to learn lessons. So I'm not gonna hate anyone just to hate. I'm not gonna hate any nationality to hate. I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like I say, you can't pull no trick on me.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna have to accept what you did was wrong. You're gonna have to deal with the truth, and
We
let's
move
go
on.
forward.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna, you know, and I catch hell from a lot of my revolutionary black groups because I feel this way. And sometimes, man, they want to act like I'm some house Negro.
Right.
No, I ain't that.
But
Y'all
see-
already
Yeah,
know
we
I
see
ain't
Look,
that.
that.
look.
Yeah.
I want to comment on it because I wanted to say this earlier. A lot of people don't understand the layers of existence that we're experiencing while we're here in this world.
Right.
And what Brother Ali is talking about, you know what I mean? Okay, it's cool to, well, it's not really cool, you know, to shed blood and all these things and to have warfare in your heart. But understand what you give up to have that consciousness. Because right now we in a time of, you know, transitions. People are ascending. People are going to higher planes. A lot of people don't think this is real, but even when you talk, like the brother was saying, that, you know, the colonists came over here. A lot of what people don't know about the story is that a lot of the people transitioned to a higher state of reality.
Exactly.
When it's written in different lands, when these colonists came to the tribe, they couldn't find nobody.
Right.
Y'all hear what I'm saying? The people, they said the people had literally ascended, had transitioned into another state of reality,
Right.
and some of the people had took to the water. And the people that were, you know, taken into slavery, these were the ones, or the people with the low state of consciousness that were
Right.
susceptible. The other people who were on higher levels of consciousness, they transcended. Some of the people took to the water, and a lot of people just now coming around to the consciousness of mermaids. Like you got Nat Geo and them. They mermaid hunting. They got mermaids on camera on
I've seen
national
that.
TV now.
I
Not
seen
only
that.
that,
They had a
News
whole
show.
2-hour special.
I
That
can't.
show that come on. Yeah, the
Underwater
mermaid.
World, I know one of that's one of them, but it's another one. They showing people that it's real mermaids out here.
Yeah, I seen that.
You
It
seen
makes
that?
sense because I've
Bruh.
seen this thing on Nat Geo was talking about the water. I'm sure y'all seen it. The water people that live in, they got the huts on the water.
Oh yeah. And they develop
And
web
they develop
feet
web
and
feet.
web
Yeah.
hands. Yeah, you peep that.
Yeah.
So the mermaids, think about the mermaids. All the mermaids wear jewel collars, and they all got dreads.
That don't
You
surprise
peep that,
me.
nephew?
Yeah, that don't surprise me. Though.
Man, they out there making whale sounds trying to attract the mermaid. Mermaids then came and peeped them out. My man then shot a spear past the camera like as a warning shot.
Right.
And then when the camera panned back, they were swimming in a V shape like how birds fly. Across the water, whole group of them.
That's wild.
So you know what I mean. We just been lied to
About so
So
much.
So
And
much.
one more thing, like, okay, now you want to talk about, well, how y'all gonna be the native people when y'all don't look like the native people? No,
We're not Siberians.
Those $5 Indian, right? Because that's what they are.
Yep.
$5 Indian, and that was Commander Dow's. Commander Dow's offered them hundreds of acres of land. Just pay me $5, pay the government $5, and we're going to give you the label of being
An Indian.
Right. And really, they ain't nothing but Italians.
Yep. Mostly Italian.
Yeah, mostly Italians. You have some Irish, you know, and some more people from these European lands, but they're not. And then you know, this I was looking at Walker, Texas Ranger, and he wanna be like he wanna say he's half Indian. You know, he half Indian, and another hybrid European that I know, he want to claim that. I said, man, look, man, stop. You don't have anything to do with being a Native American. You don't. All you did was your ancestors paid $5 to become a Native American. But all you got to do is go through throughout the Americas and look at the stone heads. That's all. Look at the stone heads that's in the ground, and they pulling them up. They look like you. They look like you. They look like you. They look like me. All of them. They don't like nobody else but us. They don't have no real fine, thin lips. And no, they look like us because we're the natives here.
Yep.
And all this stuff is coming out now. They've been lying to you so much. On that tune.
And now they're using phones, but
and the oldest tribes in America, you can look them up. They're all black. You got the Washington.
They got it in the movies. We just watched Transformers the other day. You know, the beginning of the part 2, Revenge of the Fallen, and Aboriginal people that they showing but they are all black, all brown, copper. With the bones and the markings on the face and but they showing it in the movies.
Oh yeah,
you know that we were, because they talking about, well, these were the people that were here first. That's basically what they talking about in Transformers. Like in the beginning, it was us and it was them, and we got along fine. And then came the Decepticons, the war.
It started. Well, now, just like I tell people all the time, I'm not an Indian, but you're looking at a real, true to life Indian. I am a Cimarron from the Great Dismal Swamp. That is my lineage. A lot of people know us as Seminoles. We are not Seminoles. We are Cimarrons. Look it up. Maroons. People think there's only Maroons in Jamaica. There's Maroons all up and down the East Coast. Delaware has Maroons. Maryland.
You can look that up
Virginia,
right now.
South Carolina, North Carolina. And among the most famous is the tribe of Cimarrons, which is in the Great Dismal Swamp. A lot of people don't know, during the time of slavery, my ancestors would behead slave masters, set people free, induct people into the tribe, and we weren't no Indians. Still to this day, we still alive. They know us, like you said, they call us Black Seminoles. And you can look up Fort Negro and the insurrection at Fort Negro, and how these black people, supposed black Seminoles, was ruling the state of Florida. No white people can come down there.
Right.
Facts. But it's so much evidence. I'll give you another one. Man, I'll give you two free ones. Here you go, 2 free ones real quick.
And then hold on. And then when he finished, because we're going to have to use
on a prophet's birthday, I'll give you 2 free ones. They always give us the story of John Smith.
Yeah, we get some more.
John Smith and who?
You said what?
John Smith. They always give, when they talk about the Europeans coming here, they give us the story of John Smith and Pocahontas. Right. Has anybody seen Pocahontas' father? Did anybody know his name? I challenge any black person to look up Chief Powhatan.
Oh.
Chief Powhatan, if you go to the Virginia Historical Society, they have a statue of him. Chief Powhatan, the chief ruling all of the East Coast, Virginia. Now, a lot of people don't know that Virginia is really Old England. People don't know that. The original England, Jamestown, Virginia. What you know over there is England is really Albion or Whitecliff, but we ain't gonna go there. We ain't going there. They play geography games, you know.
Instead of have us here for the next 2 hours.
Hey man, this is what I love to do. You know what I mean? We living on Morocco. People talking about Morocco's in Africa, but how is Morocco, Indiana, 200 years older than Morocco in Africa?
Look it up.
That's,
He showed me,
that's
yeah.
the kingdom they put over there.
Yeah. So
Kingdom.
you got John. Pocahontas was a sister, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
You could look at her father. Her father had nappy hair. He had a shortcut.
Yeah.
Chief Powhatan, a brother.
Right.
Give you another one. He was talking about how the Europeans came here.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that we built the cities in Europe.
Yep.
When the Europeans got to South America, right? A lot of people don't know where Venezuela is today.
Yeah.
Is where we were ruling. And when the people got there, right? You had what was the brother name that was ruling? What we call Venezuela today. Famous Indian brother. I can't think of his name. It's not. But anyway, when the Europeans came there, their city was built on the water. And it had a town hall, and it had a mosque and a library on every corner. And when the Europeans got there, it reminded them they thought they were in Venice. Do y'all hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What are they telling you? This reminds the cities that these Moors built in Italy. The city that they built on the sea.
Yeah.
We took over Venice. When they got to what we know today as Venezuela, they named Venezuela after Venice because they thought they were in Venice.
That's funny, man. That's funny.
True life history.
Just like, I mean, and I know we gotta shut down, but it's no different from, like, you know, this Manifest Destiny, man. Once they took over, they started naming stuff after them. So you have, like, the Philippines.
Yep.
Right?
King Philip.
King Philip. You know?
And when he first told me some of that, so when we first started talking about some of that, as far as the name, like I'm like, are you serious?
Yep.
We get even called like.
They put names on people brands.
And the Dominican. So like people say I'm Dominican all day long, but who was Dominican? Who was he?
And what? Yeah, that is
Santo Domingo.
Santa. Yeah.
Saint.
You know, Saint Dominique.
Saint Dominic.
Saint Dominique was he was a conqueror.
You named after a person.
Yeah.
Right. That's crazy. So look, man. So this is what we're gonna do, cause I honestly feel like we can maybe do a couple of parts of this, and Brother Ali is a part of the family, so
Yes, sir.
He will absolutely have his own
Abstrakt
show.
Xcilence family. Oh yeah.
Attar.
Yes, sir. We working on the show now.
Plug in.
As a continuation, you know, and as an expansion on the nationality classes the brother was doing at Everlasting Life. Because right now we in a different platform because, you know, the Rona thing now. We don't subscribe to that, but you know, we have to fit into those guidelines.
We gotta maneuver.
You know, we gotta maneuver right now. So
You know that stuff contagious, brother. Yawn, I yawn. Right, oh yeah, man.
yeah, but that's why we got our sea moss, our elderberry. We take our CBD extracts. We got that too. So,
We almost.
but yeah, we going to be bringing you Aquarian Noor.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna bring some teachers, elders, scholars. You know, the masters in this. You know, bring them to the table, and so we can get their insight. You know,
Right. It's gonna be a good show.
So y'all definitely stay linked.
Tune in.
ABX will absolutely make sure you have the time and slot for that as well, because like I said, we are family, one network, one family,
Right.
all together. So we do have Ascension Segway coming at some point.
yes, sir. We definitely gonna be back for Black History Month.
Yeah.
Positive
Because-
Charts cooking. I'm going to deal with this guy Pounds in a few minutes.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, we appreciate you first, brother. Seriously,
Appreciate
we
y'all,
seriously
man.
appreciate
Islam.
you, man. We look forward to all the knowledge to come.
Peace.
And definitely we're gonna make sure that this is gonna be a 3-part thing, because I really hate that I gotta end it, but I had some other stuff. But
We got so much, man.
yeah, man. Like we definitely
Y'all gotta get ready. Y'all going out of town, man.
Yeah, we.
man, we love y'all. Y'all already know what it is. The Gifted, Odd, and Driven. We see y'all next
Hold
time.
on, before you cut that out,
We gonna fade out on all this content we got, you know, from the ABX kids and the ABX Christmas.
Since we got so much stuff, matter of fact. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Like game times and game. We missed y'all though, man. We really did, and we just getting started. Cause we gonna get the game back on the Zoom too. We gonna have everybody together soon.
Yes, sir. We gotta get everybody back together.
We like y'all.
Peace.
Nice.
Ducking 12, now I'm ducking hell. Many times I failed, many times I prevail. Satan on my trail, I got God, I'm doing well. Had to tell myself, I ain't taking no more L. When it sees, 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 it's coming, I believe it, huh? Watch it leave me speechless, huh? It's my winning season, huh? Flexing on my demons, huh? Knew the Lord was scheming, wasn't down for no reason, huh? My mood this whole season, Michael Jackson, Billie Jean, and I came from the bottom of the pot. When I got saved, I was on the block. I got locked with bags in my sock. I got bagged by undercover cops. Up the street from the parking lot. On the way to the barber shop. I'm just grateful that I made it out and see myself off the paper route. Still got homies living in the trenches. I feed homeless women on the benches. We treat all year like Thanksgiving. On the block, I made a great decision. Then somebody tell me I ain't winning. I got youngers changing how they feeling. Instead of telling them to stop sinning, I just show a better way of living. They still ducking 12. Still bust shells, still bust sales. Look at them numbers on the scale. Me, I'm ducking hell. Try all the one I feel. I say I turn a wheel when I win my life on the scale. Went from ducking 12, now I'm ducking hell. Many times I fail, many times I prevail. Satan on my trail, I got God, I'm doing well. Had to tell myself, I ain't taking no more L. When it sees, 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 when it sees.
This shit, your name. Just a little smooth groove for your ear-hole shooter, man. What it do, Kim? Got to shout out Sweet Kim. Also, that cheese sweet muffin. Let's go take our time.
Okay guys, before we hop into this video right here, y'all go over to the ABS YouTube page, hit that subscribe button, and turn the post notification bell so you know every time we upload a new video to our YouTube page. We thank y'all and we love the support. ABX out. Gifted, odd, and driven.